And as a result of his existence in an unseen realm, the knowledges Allah describing of Sayyidina Khidr, Sayyidina Abbas salam, is that we taught. We as in the entire heavenly kingdom. Whatever he wants of knowledges, Allah has made the kingdom available to his soul. From Budar, Nujab, Niqab, Awtad, or Akhyar, Qawth, Malaika or Jinn, every category of Allah's servants has access to their knowledges. And as a result, these are the gifts from Allah. These are not the things that we pick up and we read, these are the things that are attained through this ishq and muhabbat of the soul. With that connection, they have to learn that how do you make your physicality to vanish? And with that physicality vanishing, to become nothing, to efface ourselves with whatever Allah bestows upon you, because everyone has a different nothingness, it's not the same. But whatever Allah bestows upon you, you see yourself as nothing in the face of that majesty. Nothing have, nothing known, nothing. And whatever Allah wants to bestow is infinitely astonishing. As a result of this character, they enter into these oceans of knowledges. With the proximity to the love of Prophet, and this is ilm laduni. But they don't understand the hikmah of ilm laduni except by their adab and by their humility. Ilm laduni wa hikmati bis salihin. To have the wisdom of the salihin, of pious and righteous people. This is an arrow with a bow. That knowledge without the bow is just something that you don't know how to use. You can use it like a weapon and your knowledge just goes out and hurts people, confuses people. Or Allah bestows His gift and encompasses the servant with wisdom. The tariqah are the schools to accomplish wisdom. The shaykhs are a fountain of knowledge. If it was just hearing, so I heard what you said, I understand what you said, I said I understand, that was it. Then everybody can just play the cassette and you got it, you think you memorized it, you can even give back some information from what the shaykh spoke. But Allah hasn't unlocked the gift without the main gift, which was wisdom. The knowledge you attain by your love, and your proximity of your soul is moving into those knowledges. When Allah grants us the love of Prophet, what happens? We're in the salawats, we're in the nasheeds, we're in the mawlids, we're listening online because you be with whom you love and that love takes you there. So no doubt then you're hearing the teachings of awliya. You're in the association of awliyaullah because these are ashiqeen al-Nabi. Our understanding of awliya are those whom have a love for Prophet. And never awliya you give categories to. Especially somebody who doesn't even know their own name, you don't write, oh this is Ghawth, this is Qutub, this is Sultan. You don't know your own name, why are you naming them? Don't do that. They took an oath to be nothing. All they want is a nothingness in the presence of Prophet and to move nearer and nearer in a proximity that's nearer to that reality in the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad. So no doubt then these ashiqeen are all flowing in these oceans of knowledges, they're hearing them, some of them absorbing them. But the key has two notches on it to receive the gift. There's ilm laduni, that's by the association. Tariqatan as-soba wa khayru fil jamia. Soba, when they Google soba, it says soba means association. But no, actually it was synonymous with talks. Why were they having an association? Because the shaykh was teaching. That's when it became, oh he's giving a sohbat. But it meant gathering. That the tariqah is a gathering. Gathering for what? For sohbats, not dinner. So the sohbat became synonymous with they're going to sit and they're going to teach. Why? Because these are the ilm laduni courses. So what Mawlana Shah Naqshband is giving, this is tariqah. Tariqah is they serve knowledge. This is the main course flowing to hundreds of thousands of students now with these technologies. But it doesn't unlock what it was supposed to unlock without the hikmah. And hikmah is not given to a servant without good character. That becomes the difficult part of tariqah, because many people are hearing. A lot of crazy people are hearing. You travel the world and travel tariqah world, you go into zawiyas, there's a lot of crazy people. They're hearing too. Allah gave them 2 ears, they click the button, they watch, but they don't have the gift until Allah grants them hikmah. So when is hikmah is going to be a gift that comes by good character. And that's why the tariqah testing and imtihan and imtihan. So that Allah looks to the servant and they have good character. That became the example of qitmir, that take the difficulties, take the pounding, take the whole understanding, take the association. Whatever your fate is in life, you must face it. Running from your fate not faith, means whatever's destined for you. Running from it, well, there was something there that Allah wanted you to achieve. So with all our testing, all our dialogues, all our interactions, all that Allah is looking for is good character. And that's why they say, be careful in the presence of a shaykh. Doesn't matter if you're family, if you're friend or enemy. All it is that Allah's looking, and whatever interaction and whatever the tariqah is teaching, whatever the characteristics are, we want our reward from Allah by the happiness and satisfaction of Sayyidina Muhammad. That's why there's a tariqah. Otherwise they could have just been broadcasting the knowledges. If that was everybody going to achieve ilm laduni wa hikmati bis salihin, it would be just a continuous broadcast and you don't ever have to see the shaykhs. But the knowledge and the realities your soul is entering by virtue of love, because we said you entered a door. That door, if you follow the tariqahs, is now into the heart of Prophet. Everything in there is blessed, everything in there is immensely fruitful, immensely beautiful, immensely fragrant. This is the heart of the King of all creation, Malik al-Hayat and Malik al-Dunya. As much as you step through that door, infinite lights and infinite realities. And all that Allah asks of us is, get your wisdom. And they come back and ask, Ya Rabbi, how will I get my wisdom? By your good manners. And that's why Prophet when he spoke to these awliya, adabana Rabbi fa ahsanun fi tahdib. I've been sent not for this and not for that, but to perfect the character of humanity. Who's Prophet talking to? Regular people? They're not even enrolled in a course of character. But to these ashiqeen, that if you're coming to the heart, you're coming to these realities, then everything is based on the adab, based on the manners. You hear something you don't like, that's when you find agitation in your heart. Something that you're not comfortable with, quick to respond, quick to be sharp. There are all different types of people interacting in tariqah. Some people who send very sharp and bizarre emails, you're wasting your time. When you're doing like that, you're never going to get anywhere. You're like that mouse in that cage that seems to just keep running. You're running to what destination? Tariqah is only about adab, so that we can be granted hikmah. When Allah grants hikmah, then this is when the locks open. This now Allah describing is the greatest gift I can give you. One whom been granted ilm laduni wa hikmati bis salihin. It's the keys to all the treasures, because already your soul with love is flowing. And as a result of hikmah and wisdom that Allah grants to the servant because of their good character, when they've been tested and tested and tested and tested, and everything uncomfortable, everything in difficulty, everything that can be imagined, and they remain quiet, they kept their good adab, kept their good manners. And as a result of continuous is when the steak becomes ground beef. It's grounded and it comes from everywhere. From every direction is agitation. And with this one and with that one, and all Allah is looking for is have good character. As we said before,